this is Chad Garber, and in this video I am without power in a house without any power because the hurricane went through and pretty much knocked our power out for hours and hours and hours. And so I'm going to do a little quick lesson without an electric guitar, and it's Gallows Pole by Led Zeppelin. And the hard thing is going to be able to help you to see it. What I'm doing is I'm taking my thumb. I'm taking my middle finger and I'm putting it on the second fret of the D, and then I'm taking my ring finger and I'm putting it on the second fret of the B, and I'm picking the open A down, and then I pick the open A down, and then I pick those three strings, and then what I do is I strum up, and I take my ring finger off of the B. And then I put it back on and I strum down again. And then I hit the chord twice. I don't know if I do it twice or not. What I do is, I'm not sure if he does this, but I do it again. And then I keep my middle finger on the second fret of the D, and then I put my pointer finger on the first fret of the B, and I strum those strings. And the strumming is. And then what I do is I slide that up, that chord up to where my pointer finger goes from the first fret of the B to the third fret of the B, and then my middle finger goes from the second fret of the D, second fret of the D to the fourth fret of the D. So. And then I put my pinky on the fifth fret of the high E. And just bear with me now, I know the strumming is difficult. And I strum up on that. See how it's going? And those are the chords, you just got to wrestle with the strumming of it. The way I look at it, you kind of hit that when you get back to this part. Right there, you hit that twice, you hit it 3 times, and on the third time you slide. So. But it slides immediately. It goes. I'm just kind of going over and over again. I know you can't really see the notes, but again, the strumming patterns, you have to kind of figure it out. It's important when you slide up. I definitely pick up. I strum up on that last one. That's the most important part of the song. You just do that to practice it. Okay, so that's the first part. The next part is so what that is A, G, D, G. So A, G, D, G, A, D, G. And the second time is A, G, D, G, G, D. Next part. So. And all that is you're going to the, I use my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E, and I use my pointer finger to put it on the 2nd fret of the D, and I hit the open A and the D together, and I kind of bend that, and then I'm going, and I'm holding the frets down with my hand over here. The first time it goes G, D, and I forgot to mention that in the other part, I'll tell you in a second, but it's a G, D, and then it alternates between G, D, and C, D. I'm not sure how many times he does it though. And so I forgot to mention that on the other part. After he does that a few times, he goes to G, D, so G, D, and then he goes back to that same chord, but this time he changes the rhythm a little bit. Rather than going, he goes, so it's like, then he goes back to the same strumming pattern. So there's a little bit of a different rhythm between. And then every time you do a G, D, you go. There's like an off hit. And the rhythm's a little bit different. So if you like this video, give me a like and subscribe to see more.